Happy New Year and welcome vinyl community and YouTubers everywhere. It's going to be a great year. That was the video for the North Mississippi All-Stars Up and Rolling new album. This is a 2019 album. I just got this record a few days ago. It'd been out for a little while and I procrastinated. Now, if I would have had this record sooner, this record would have been in my top 6 records for the year and quite likely would have been one of the top 3 records of the year. The people on this record are the two primary people are Jim Dickinson's sons, and they're maintaining the traditions, and this record is outstanding. I hope you like the little introduction there. Quite interesting how this came about 20 years ago. Some of these boys are from North Alabama. Some of the old-time blues guys had got together and hung out and messed around, and they took a bunch of photographs. 16-page booklet comes with the album, and won't show you all of the pictures, but recently they discovered these photos of which nothing had ever been done with them. And that was the motivation to do this record, and they're doing some old-time music and by some of the famous people. Have guest artists on here. Mavis Staples, Jason Isbell on a number of tunes, Cedric Burnside, and Dwayne Betts. And Cedric Burnside is, I think, the son of R.L. Burnside, one of the old-time blues guys, and Dwayne Betts, of course, I think the son of Dickie Betts. And all you rock guys like them, and a couple other of the offspring of some of the other famous blues people, and they're doing some old tunes on here and some of the new tunes written by the Dickinsons. And the new tunes have modern lyrics, and they fit in perfectly with the old tunes. And lots of variety, and now Discog says this is blues rock. No, I'd say this is blues with a tinge of rock. It's not just Delta blues or country blues. It's hard to put this in a hole. That's one of the reasons for an old-timey kind of blues record to make it to the top 6, maybe the top 3. I picked up a number of blues records this year, as that you saw, people doing old-time blues, and yeah, they were excellent, but there wasn't nothing special about them. This record is special, and the little introduction there gives you a taste, and I've got one more needle drop here that I'm going to give you.
Precious Lord, lead me on, help me stand. I am tired, I am weak, I am lone. Through the storm in the night, lead me on to the light. Take my hand. Precious Lord, lead me home.
When the darkness appears
And the night draws near,
and the day
is past
and gone,
at the river I stand.
got my feet, hold my hand, take my hand. Precious Lord, lead me home.
This is Precious Lord, Take My Hand. This was written about 1931 by Thomas A. Dorsey. Thomas A. Dorsey, well, maybe a few of you aren't recognizing that name. Well, maybe his big hit was the tune Peace in the Valley. And I know all of you have heard Elvis's version of There Will Be Peace in the Valley, the father of modern gospel music. Previous to that, he was known as Georgia Tom, and he started out as the pianist touring with Ma Rainey. Well, in about 1931 or so, his wife died, and he turned to religion and gospel music, and he wrote this tune. I've got lots of people performing Precious Lord, but I don't have another one that sounds like this one. And this is probably my favorite version right now. And just a terrific tune, and gives you a little taste of what's on this record. So when we do our videos, before we really get to the end of the year, there's always a couple things that come out that would have been a little bit different if we would have got them a little bit sooner. One of the things I mentioned in my best of video was that sometimes it's hard to tell really what the correct release year is, okay? Ice Cube's first record in 10 years, Everything's Corrupt. I checked that out. I like it. I liked it. It's 2018. I went to order it. The vinyl wasn't out yet. I pre-ordered the vinyl. I didn't get the vinyl till well into 2019. Now, I would have put this in my top year end anyway. I'd kind of forgotten about it, but this is an example of exactly how we decide what fits in the year. The year we actually get the vinyl is the year that counts, and this, of course, not right in the middle of my sweet spot, but it's excellent, and I'll tell you what I like about this record. I showed it once before and talked about it a little bit. Everything's Corrupt. And he is right on the money. And you listen to the lyrics of a lot of these songs, he's telling you what's wrong. Now, probably be some pretty big disagreements on what the solutions are, but we're pretty much in agreement. Everything is corrupt. Here's another new record I just got the other day. This is a Vinyl Me Please exclusive, new artist, their first release, Kate Bollinger. It even comes on some nice colored wax. I Don't Wanna. This is limited to 500 copies, and I got number 109 out of 500. This is an EP, I guess we would say. It's high quality sound quality. It's 45 RPM. A singer-songwriter, just indie pop, the way Discogs describes it. This is quite good. I checked this out before I ordered it, and I liked it. So, just another late arrival. Here are some reflections on records I showed in my best record of the year, but didn't talk about. Beth Hart, War in My Mind. This could have easily been in my top 3. This is one of her best records in recent years. So why wasn't it? Well, I've had her up there in the top 5 or 6 every year I've done a video. And I thought I ought to just take a break and give somebody else a chance to get in. Comes on some nice colored wax. And this record is outstanding. Vinyl collector James had this up, I think, somewhere in his top 10, maybe even the top 5. It's one of the cases where we agree this is an outstanding record. I just didn't put it up there because trying to be a little more versatile. Digital Gramophone, I think he had this record in his top 5. Brittany Howard, her first one since going solo from the Alabama Shakes. She is an outstanding talent. Now, his kind of comment on this was it was maybe a little overproduced and it didn't let her come out what's best. I've got to put some more time in with this record. The first time I listened to it, I maybe wasn't in a very good mood, and the music was actually making me angry. I had to stop it. And I come back and listen to it again, and okay, I'm in a little different mood. And this is one of the things about the music, something that might be one of our very favorites. We have to give it a chance, and how we react to it can affect how we think about it. And I'm going to put some more time into this record because once I get past whatever it was that was irritating me, I think that's a good record. The next record I'd talked about in several videos, Mercury Rev, the Delta Sweetie. Boy, I was excited for this record when I got it. And I've talked about this before, so why didn't it make it up higher in the thing? Well, we got one band here. We got like 10 or 12 different singers. Every track has a different singer, but because of the production, because just having one band, the tracks all tend to sound a little bit alike, and even all of the different female singers who are singing these songs all start to sound a little bit alike. I can pick a few tracks out of here and, man, just love them. And this record, I really like it, but to make it up there towards the top, it needed to have a little more variety in the arrangements. And the last record here, Billie Eilish, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? This is an outstanding record, so why wasn't it up there more? Several people have had this up in the top 10, including even some of the big YouTuber reviewers. Now, I listened to this the first time with my 10-year-old, and she loved it, and at the time, it was maybe her favorite records. Well, this is an adult record, but she was kind of appealed initially to the teeny bopper girls, and I have to think about this record a little more. It's an excellent record, and it's her future, everybody thinks. It's a little different than her previous stuff. Good record. So much good music. So little time. And of course, we're not just listening to the new music that's coming out. We're listening to all of that old music and all these great Blue Note reissues that have been coming out lately. We're in the golden age of vinyl records, and I think it was a very good year, and I'm looking forward to next year. We have a vinyl community, the biggest and most vibrant that it's ever been right now. There are so many people making so many videos. We can't watch them all. We can't comment on them all. But it's a wonderful place, and I appreciate my subscribers, my commenters, folks that watch my videos, that comment on my videos. I'm kind of a little old and tired, and I wanted to let everybody know, no matter how much commenting I get done on your videos, I appreciate all of you folks, and so I say, keep 'em spinning, and see you all down the trail next year, this year, 2020.
Happy trails to you until